Mishra and welcome to my channel Explorer View. Today I am going to discuss about chapter 3 of Rich Dad Poor Dad, that is mind your own business. So it is all about, as the title is suggesting, that we should mind our own business. So this chapter Robert started by giving one of the best example which fulfills this quote, mind your own business. So he gave the example about the McD founder Ray Kroc. So he says that once upon a time in 1974, Ray Kroc came to give lecture in this University of Texas, and at that time he gave a very good lecture, but after finishing his lecture students were very motivated, so they wanted to meet him on a cup of tea. So he agreed with it. Students were asking questions like how he when this must stop in his business. So he says that although I am doing a hamburger business, but at back end I am good in searching the property which are like the best street corner or the best property land. So on that basis only it decides whether my business will work or not. So he said that I am good in searching properties. So that is the reason once you have a good location, very effective location, then it will be easy to do a business of hamburger. So that is the example he gave, that mind your own business. Apart from this, like you can say when you are doing a job or something else, so you are giving something to either your employer if you are doing a job, to the government in the form of taxes, or so indirectly you are giving your money to someone else. But if you are doing a business, if you have your asset column, then you can mind your own business. So that is the big difference between a job and a business. So minding your own business, it doesn't mean that like you should be opening a company and you should be earning money. That's not what he means. He says you should have a strong asset column where it should be generating the income. So it should come inside to your although you can open a company, but it should come from inside. If you have a desire to it, then only you open it. So that is the difference. So you can say, like, if you have a big asset column, then you can buy the luxury also and the other things as well. So here he has given some examples, some best 5 to 6 points which gives us how to increase your asset column, that I will give you by reading this book. In this, the 6 things he has told us. Business that do not require his presence. If your business, you are having that business which doesn't require your presence, then we can say it is a asset generating column. Or stocks we have, or bonds, income generating real estate. Suppose you are having a property which is, suppose you have a flat, or you have any property which you are giving a on rent, and on a monthly basis it is giving you money, then it can be called as asset. Then notes, then royalties from intellectual property such as music, scripts and patents. 7th is anything else that has value, produces income or appreciates and has ready market. So these are the things which are real asset, and you should be focusing on these things only. Apart from this, he also says that you should acquire those assets which you love. As in his personal case, Robert says that he loves real estate business and stocks business. So that's what he focuses on, and he increases it by planning, mostly by planning that how to grow it in future. Apart from this, he also says he doesn't recommend people start a company unless they really have the desire to. Otherwise, he advises them to keep their day job and mind their business, building and keeping their asset column strong. So he also says that as the cash flow grows, you can indulge into luxuries, but until unless you don't have a very strong asset column, you should not be buying these luxuries. You should not be wasting your money in these luxuries. Like you should not be buying car, you should not be investing in golf areas, because as the time passes their worth will decrease. So asset like it should have a money generating. In your absence, it should have a money generating. It should be money generating, then it will be considered as asset. So that is what he has tried to make us understand in this third chapter, Mind Your Own Business. So that's it, and thank you so much for today. And tomorrow we will learn about the chapter 4th. And keep reading and keep subscribing my channel. Thank you.